Alright, what's up guys? It's Cody aka The Bear here with Bits and Glory, and we are back with the third installment of the Bits Play series. As you can see, we're playing Final Fantasy II on the Super Nintendo. I'll probably end up just calling it by its real name. This is technically Final Fantasy IV. We never got Final Fantasy II or III here in the States. They were released on the Famicom and never made their way to North America, basically. They were and are available now in different formats, but back in the day, back in 1991, this was technically the second Final Fantasy that was received in America. As you see, also I want to get this out of the way. I have a save here, and that's because I actually recorded the first part of this fucking footage, and my SNES emulator was so loud, so we had to redo it. So we're going to start a new game, but before we do that, I just wanted to get out of the way that this is my third favorite in the mainline Final Fantasy series. I have not played anything past 10. My top 3, number 3 would be this, number 2 would be Final Fantasy 7, and my favorite one is Final Fantasy 6 or 3 in North America. Yeah, this is one of the earlier Super Nintendo titles, but it honestly really holds up to this day. And if you're watching along from the beginning of my Bits Play series, you will see like the drastic difference between a game like Dragon Warrior and this. Granted, it's a different console generation, but there's just so many quality of life changes that got better with RPGs as things go along. And even like Final Fantasy VI compared to this is like a massive jump. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, since I did play this yesterday, there's a couple things that I ended up doing that was kind of a waste of time, and I'm probably going to cut that stuff out. But here we go. So I beat Final Fantasy III for real, about 3 years ago, and I actually do have a review for it on my YouTube channel. I'll make sure it's in the description of all my videos for this. The first time I tried playing it was actually in high school. I managed to snag a copy of this game with a couple other Final Fantasy games at a local video store. They were on sale for $2.95 a piece. It was like one of the greatest hauls I ever got. I got this, Final Fantasy III, Mystic Quest, Mega Man X, and there was one other game I can't remember. But I got stuck in my playthrough in high school. If you're underleveled and you get to the moon, it could be a pain in the balls. So anyway, here we go. By the way, we're going to rename Cecil. We're going to name him Bits when we have the ability to. So I'm just going to start referring to him as Bits. So I'm just going to get that out there. Captain Bits, we're about to arrive. Good. Why are we robbing crystals from innocent people? That's our duty. Do we really have to keep doing this? So this is another one of those games that revolves around the crystals, much like the first one. Give us the crystal of water. What have we done? The crystal of your life. Never. Then take the crystal by force. So now the Red Baron crew gonna fuck up the Black Wizards. No, don't! Dare to defy us? Ah! And the White Wizard goes down. White Mage, excuse me. My, alright, take the crystal. You should have said it earlier. Why is the King of Baron doing this? Why do you pursue the crystal so eagerly? So full disclosure, the first part of this playthrough is going to be mostly stuff like this. There's only a limited amount of actual action. We take pride in being members of the Red Wings. Looting is out of the question. Stop it. Captain, we can't stand doing this anymore. Listen. Possessing the crystal is an essential factor for our prosperity. Moreover, His Majesty judged that Mysidians know too much about the secret of the crystal. We are the Red Wings, the Air Force of the Kingdom Baron. The royal command is absolute. Captain! So I'm just being a good boy right now. Bits is trying to follow orders, you know? Monsters! Take up fighting positions. So we have some automated battles here. Dropping that firebomb though. Ouch. You okay? More coming. Watch out. More automated battles. Dropping some lightning bolt, though. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Hopefully, somebody that's watching understands what that is. It's a meme from like a LARP. Everyone okay? Yes, sir. But there are too many monsters these days. Too many agreed. What's happening? We are over Baron. Make a landing. I'm also going to try to keep the parts of this playthrough a little bit shorter if possible. I basically run into the dilemma of I want them longer because I want lesser parts, but I also feel like even though people could pause it and go back later, I feel like people's attention spans are probably not as long, or I don't know what the fucking word would be, for a video that's an hour long as opposed to 25 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. Oh, Bits, is it the crystal of water? But the Mysidians were so helpless. What are you trying to say? This way, Bits. So again, if you've been following along with the Bits Play series, you'll notice a couple things. Like you don't have to do an action to go down, up and down the stairs. You don't have to do a separate action to open a chest. All you have to do is press like the A button. Many quality of life changes as we went along with RPGs. I know it's not part of the same series, but I'm just kind of comparing it as an example of like evolution in the genre. Your Majesty, I'm afraid I'm afraid Bits has developed quite a rebellious air. Truly, well done, Baigan. We must do something. Call him in. Yes, Your Majesty. Bits, His Majesty summons you. Please come in. We thank you for successfully completing the mission. Now, where is it? Here, my liege. Hand over the crystal. There's some bad translation here and there. Overall, I find the game to be not that bad, but obviously that would be like handed over the crystal, hands over the crystal. Just nitpicky, obviously, but... Real crystal. Good, Bits. You may leave now. Having second thoughts. Your Majesty. What? What is it? We do not understand the meaning of taking the crystals away from honest people. Disobeying me? No, I don't. We do not know of your discontent, Bits. If you cannot trust me, I can no longer place you in the red... Excuse me, can no longer place the Red Wings in your command. You're dismissed from your post. Damn! Your Majesty. Getting the boot now. Go ahead and hunt the summoned monsters of the Misty Valley and take this package to the Village Mist. You may depart tomorrow morning. Your Majesty. Bits didn't. If you're concerned about Bits that much, go with him, Kain. Your Majesty. Now, leave with the package. Receive the package. Your Majesty. So Kain is a pretty sick character. He's a Dragoon, so he has the jump function, and I love his armor. If you look at the actual artwork for him, he's really cool looking. Sorry, Kain. Don't worry, he'll put you back in command of the Red Wings after this mission. But never mind, go to your room and take a rest. And then Kain gives us the lay of the land. So like I said, I'm going to skip some of the dialogue. I'll talk to a few people, but there's a lot of like, you know, pointless RPG dialogue. The Misty Valley's in the northwest, so that's something obviously that's good to know. What's wrong? Sorry, Kain. Oh, stop that. I mastered the Dark Sword as commanded by His Majesty, but it was to defend, not to rob. Don't place blame on yourself. His Majesty must have his own reason. I don't think there was a switch up here. I don't think I ever checked. There's a lot of switches on the wall, and sometimes there's like secrets and shit, so... Alright, let's head out. Nice. Take the treasure in this room. The switch is on the wall. As I said, you'll be seeing a lot of that type of shit. Oh, did I go downstairs before? Oh, yes, I did. It's basically like there's learning rooms in a lot of the villages and towns, especially early on. There's the white mages are on the other side, the black mages are over there. I already know all about that shit. There's no complex magic system in this one, like some of the other games. Nothing to worry about. And here's a treasure that we could presumably come back to later. That guy's blocking the, I found a good place to goof off and take a nap. Oops! No, I'm just kidding. Please, don't tell our boss. Did you see our boss Sid anywhere? That's blocked off. So Sid is a recurring character name in the Final Fantasy series. To my knowledge, he's in most all of them. And I also think Biggs and Wedge might be too. And I think Biggs and Wedge, aren't they in Star Wars as well? It's kind of like Easter eggy things where some characters, not necessarily the character, but the name of the character makes its way through the series. Sid is like a pilot engineer type person in this game. We actually just saw him in the other screen there. And this is Rosa. You're not hurt? I was so anxious. We're not hurt. How could we be? The wizards didn't even raise their hands. Bits. Can I see you later? Yeah, later. Bits is a G. Just slapping the girls off. He doesn't give a fuck. So here's actually like the prisoners' quarters of the people that survived us taking the shit. Even though it looked like everybody died, I guess there was more people. You're the Dark Knight. You don't understand, the crystal is not just jewelry. Please return the crystal to Mysidia. Alright, let's go head to our room. But first... Cecil. Oh, fuck, I keep saying it. You get to change the name of the lead character in the first town, so it's gonna be soon. I always like to name my characters Bits for these playthroughs, obviously, so... How's my airship doing? What's wrong? I was... What? Who's gonna command the Red Wings, then? I'm not sure what the king is thinking. He ordered me to make an airship, but I don't want it to be used as a weapon. Well, I gotta go home. I've been working all night and my daughter is worried about me. So you could actually, go to Sid's house later. It's rather, like, boring. There's really nothing going on there. But... looks like we got some soldiers partying into the night. And this is where Sid was. Alright, so now we're gonna head up the other tower spire, I guess, to our bedroom. I don't think there's anything over here. No. Here's our maid. I've changed the sheets. Leaving early tomorrow morning, sir. Good night. Whoops. And when we start saving, we're just gonna save over that other file for now, since it's irrelevant due to the SNES emulator being loud AF. I basically cut the volume in half through the audio mixer in the computer, so I'm hoping for the best. What happened to His Majesty, the Crystal of Mysidia? Do we really have to snatch it from the peace-loving people? Never again, even if ordered. I like how this dude sleeps in his armor, too. I know they do that in like every RPG of this era, but still, it's funny. Bits! What's wrong? You're not quite yourself lately. Nothing. Then, please don't look away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In Mysidia, we had to rob rob from the innocent people. Reading is really hard, by the way. Oh dear. For those of you that joined my streams, we had a long conversation about reading, and I guess since I don't do it enough, I kind of suck at it these days. Who knows? I am just a dark knight with no courage to disobey His Majesty. The real Bits I know would never whimper like this. You're going to miss tomorrow, right? If anything should happen to you. Don't worry, Kain is coming too. It's late, go back to your room. Take care. Didn't even get a smooch. The fuck? Thanks, Rosa. I'm just still a dark knight. Is it Rosa or Rosa? You know, there's some things with these fucking RPGs, man. Sometimes they don't use normal names, and it's like, I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Like in Dragon Warrior, is it Erdrick or Erdrick? So I'm just gonna fucking keep calling her, like, Rosa. Let's go, Bits. Outside the castle is the city of Baron. Let's gather information and equipment in the city. Funny you should say that, Kain. Because guess what? You can't fucking buy any goddamn equipment other than, like, cures and stuff. The weapon and armor shop is locked for some reason. Now we're gonna get an epic fucking intro here. Look at this shit. Shit, I wasn't looking at the screen. I hope I didn't miss any of the text. There we go. Scroll's super slow, so I'm gonna try to wait a little bit. Thus, the Dark Knight Bits was expelled from his command as a captain of the Red Wings. And he and Dragoon Kain left Baron for the village mist in a valley enclosed in deep fog. So one thing that I will mention before, I guess I'll read this first. Hold that thought. Airships had been a dream of many people. After the realization of the dream came greed and ambition. What I wanted to say was Final Fantasy 2/4 is actually pretty easy until you get to the moon. It's pretty straightforward and pretty easy, so we won't be doing too much grinding. Through its fleet of airships, Baron became the most powerful nation. But why is Baron seeking the crystals? Why do the monsters keep increasing? I always enjoy these, like, landscape fucking shots. Reminds me of, like, the end of the Castlevania games, or even Bram Stoker's Dracula. The crystal was shedding its light silently. Alright. Couple things to do here in the village, Baron. There's some items hanging around. The rest of this particular playthrough is going to definitely be a little bit more slow and plotting, but like I mentioned, since, wanted, great dancers, ask at the counter. I didn't read that last time. What I was going to say is, since we recorded this yesterday and had to re-record it because of the audio issues, I obviously basically remember where I'm going. But typically we're going to be doing a lot more talking and a lot more searching. I think there was another item over here. Could be wrong though. Yeah, I'm wrong. Alright, so we can't go into the one shop. There's like a teaching building which we're not going to bother going into. There is a secret up above which we want to get. That's the training room, yeah. We'll buy a couple cures. Yeah, I don't think there was any... It always makes me laugh, like, when you're able to find, items laying in, like, pots and shit inside of like, item shops and weapon shops and shit like that. It's like you're literally just stealing in front of the shop owner. I like to keep things somewhat tidy. The package is a quest item, so I have to keep that out of the way. I don't remember what's over here. Oh yes, Serpent Road. This is a place that we cannot go to yet. Even if you try to enact it, it won't work, basically. Locked. And I think Sid's house is somewhere. We can't go in here, which is bullshit. I guess we'll do the secret passage first. You know, I don't think I talked to that lady. I'll watch the dance for you guys. Epic performance. Exclamation point Sasha. Alright. So if you go down here and through the water, there's a couple of hidden chests under the water. You can find them by pressing A or just obviously bumping into them. There's one right there. And then I think there was another one right here. And I think that was it. Yep. Oh, wait a second. Nope, that was the one I looted already. I was one block off in my headspace. Oops. Yeah, I don't remember talking to that lady yesterday, so I guess I'll do that. There's really not much else to do here, honestly. I'm actually probably just gonna skip Sid's house. It's literally like Sid in bed. I'm pretty sure he's sleeping, and then his wife is like, Sid is a lazy piece of shit. The door at the west building town, it's the underpass of the Castle Baron. I did go there, yeah. Eventually we have to go back to Castle Baron. I believe we have to sneak in, if I remember correctly. I don't remember everything about the story and stuff, so I'll do my best to not spoil it, but once in a while you'll probably overhear me say some shit like that. Yeah, there's Sid. Okay. It is time to head to the Village Mist, but first we must go through the Misty Cave to the northwest. It's a really, really, really straightforward cave. We'll do some battling. I don't really have to do any, Wait a minute! I did not go name my character bits. I need to do that. That might have actually been in the training building. What I was going to say is I'm not going to use the jump command until we get to, like, tougher battles. Yes, there's our man. Or woman. You can never really tell. Naming way. I guess it kind of looks like it could be a girl. I don't know if it's like a human, though. Anyway. Let's rename Cecil as all caps bits, because we mean business. Alright. Now we're off to the village. Fuck, I forgot about that. Like I said, you don't have to do too much grinding early on, but I'm not like gonna run away from shit. I'll fight it. Gotta get that XP, baby. So one thing of note, the original Final Fantasy on NES, if you attacked an enemy, like let's say I just put input in twice to attack that imp, if the imp died, and then it was Kain's turn, Kain would actually miss. They fixed that in the Origins collection. Oh nice, got a bunch of shit there. The version that I played on the PS1, they fixed that, which is a very, very big quality of life change, and I don't believe that it exists in this game. Clearly, because you saw it in action, but... yeah, a lot of the older ones are a lot more archaic, and they require you to be a little bit more hands-on, I guess. Damn, we were just looting the fuck out of this place. Nice. I do not remember hitting this many battles last time. For some reason, I always thought that the float eyes were a lot more powerful than what they really are. Alright, we are in the Misty Cave. There's a couple things to loot here. In general, the path is very straightforward. And there is a fairly simple boss with a classic Final Fantasy twist, where if you attack it in a certain state, you get hit back immensely. That seems... almost every fucking game I can remember one of the early bosses does some shit like that to you. It's a fairly simple fight. It just actually takes a little bit longer than you'd expect. It must have a pretty high HP pool. I'd say like at least 500. I haven't looked at the actual numbers though. Alright, so there's a chest up here, chest down there. Who is it? Who would it be? I don't know. Yep, there's 3 chests in total, and then over here to the right is where we eventually have to go. You goddamn right we're looting. If you don't loot everything in RPGs, I don't know what's wrong with you. I could see people complaining about like random battles and wanting to speed things up or whatever, but even like side quests and shit, man, unless they're Radiant quests, like I'll want to do all those almost. Oops. I might actually take a peek at some point at the strategy guide and see if there's something very intense maybe that I missed, like in Final Fantasy VI. There's a bunch of different like side quests, and there's an optional boss and things like that, and like secret/hidden weapons and spells that you can get. I find that to be pretty fun to go after it. Usually ends up being a challenge, so. Yeah, and unlike Dragon Warrior, we're not gonna have to like literally sit there and fucking grind for hours on end all the time. We will have to grind a little bit, but as always, I'll either cut the footage out and let you guys know, or I'll speed it up if it's not insanely long. Alright, looks like we have one more chest, and then we're going to be fighting the boss. And we are going to end this particular part after we get out of the Village Mist. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep everything around. Nice, Bits leveled up. Good stuff. Yeah, we keep finding mad items. Guess I'm getting better RNG. Leave now. Is it a monster? One's from Baron. Who are you? Who are you? Return now and I will not harm you. Show up! Do you still wish to go on? Absolutely. We must deliver this package to the Village Mist. Then I must. The mist is gathering. Oh boy. So we got the Dragon Mist here. And when the dragon goes into mist form, don't attack it. Unfortunately, if you're too overly aggressive, you will attack it once, most likely. Trying to sneak one more attack in before the, Got it? I think I'm gonna... Oh. I was getting ready to parry. Come on. One more. Nice. Alright, now we just sit there and parry, basically. And bide our time. Otherwise you get hit with, It's powerful. Basically, the only way to die here is you be like a total idiot. Just keep attacking the mist over and over again. Really, all you do is sit and wait. The game even actually tells you if you attack the mist, it's like, don't do that. There you go. Now get ready to fight. Alright. So we're going to send Kain on a jump for sure. I think we're probably not going to be able to get it in this cycle. It's probably going to take another cycle of mist, unfortunately. 42, did that really do that much more damage? Let me see. Yes, it did. Can we sneak another jump in? I think this is where I get greedy and I usually end up getting hit by the mist. Alright, cool. Nice, we got it in one cycle. Cool. 200 gold points, or gil, and 350 experience. Kain hasn't leveled up yet, though, I don't think, which is odd. Alright, we are at the Village Mist. The package opened automatically. Oh no. It's a trap. Fucking King Baron and Baigen, or whatever the fuck his name is. They are dastardly devils, those guys. So now, as you can see, the whole town is basically on fire. We unleash some fucking demon package. Hellfire and brimstone! What? We brought this package to burn the village? Why? Mommy, mommy. Who's that? My mom's dragon fell, and so did my mom too. I've heard of the people with the power to summon monsters. They are callers. We defeated the dragon, so her mother is gone also. So the collars, they're like attached to their summon, basically. You've beaten my mother's dragon. We didn't mean to do this to your mother. His Majesty wanted to wipe out all the collars of this village and use us to do it. Incredible. I'm afraid we must do away with her too. Kain, fuck. She's just a kid. You dare renounce your loyalty to His Majesty? Forget it. Never again will I follow such an order. Well, Bits, I knew you'd say so. I won't let you do it alone. Dude, like, changes his tune so fucking quick. Kain? I owe His Majesty much. Still, I cannot disgrace the Dragoons. Then will you... But Baron is the mightiest country in the world. It's impossible for us to challenge his might alone. We must gather other countries. And you know, we must rescue Rosa. Thank you, Kain. Not for your sake. I can't remember. I think Kain has the hots for her too or some shit. Let's get out of here fast. What about that girl? We can't leave her here alone. Listen, it's dangerous here. Come with us, okay? No! Let's take her. No, go away! Wait, please. Go away, I hate you. I hate you all. And then we're gonna get fucked up by her summon, though. Titan. Ripping that quake. Sending us down to Jimmy's dungeon. And it actually creates a rift in the land, which is funny because eventually she joins your party to use summons. Could you imagine if the summons actually did this much damage each time you use them? You wouldn't even fucking use them. The whole world would be in ruin. So it looks like we're separated from Kain. Oh, she's alright. Kain. Kain? Kain. I can't stay here any longer. I have to escape from Baron with this girl. And that is where we're going to call it for the first part. Very eventful stuff. Very eventful stuff. We'll be picking up where we will... obviously, we're separated from Kain. And now we have the little girl, whose name I believe is Rydia. We can't use her yet, though. And we'll see what adventures and challenges lie ahead and everything that will unfold. If you guys have enjoyed this playthrough and the other playthroughs, and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It's free. Please make sure to like and comment. I respond to basically every comment that I can. I also... So, Razy is crashing into shit. I stream on Twitch 4 times a week. Twitch.tv/bitsandglory, where I do play a lot of retro stuff. And the stuff that I don't play will end up being here for the most part. So, thank you guys again so much for the support. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for part 2, and take care.